Good afternoon, children. Welcome back to our online class. I hope that you all are safe at home. Is it not? Yes. Are you all happy? Yes. Shall we start today's class? Yes. Children, I hope that you might have completed your test as very well. So, after correcting, I come to know how you have prepared and how you have written the test. Okay? Yes. Now we are learning the lesson chemical changes. Is it? Chemicals, about chemicals. Is it? So in that we have completed the lesson, the portion that is reddish brown deposition on iron object. Is it? That is in chemical changes, reddish brown deposition on iron objects we have completed. Next, today we are going to learn about browning of vegetable and fruit surfaces. Browning of vegetable and fruit surfaces. If you observe the cut surfaces of a brinjal or this apple, then potato, which have been exposed to the air from some time, you'll find that the surfaces have turned brown. Is it? Yes. This is due to a chemical reaction between certain compounds present in brinjal and atmospheric oxygen. As a result of this reaction, a brown pigment called melanin is produced that causes browning of the surfaces. Soaking cut vegetables and fruits in plain water can reduce the level of browning. Water would restrict the amount of oxygen that comes in contact with the surface of cut vegetables and fruits. Okay, so this is due to a chemical reaction between certain compounds present in that apple or that brinjal and the atmospheric oxygen. As a result of this reaction, a brown pigment called melanin is produced that causes browning of the surfaces. Have you all understand? Okay. This is about browning of vegetable and fruit surfaces. Next, we are going to learn about reaction between vinegar and baking soda. Reaction between vinegar and baking soda. Dissolve 1 tablespoon of baking soda powder in 100 ml of water in a beaker. Stir the mixture until all the baking soda has dissolved. Measure out 5 ml of vinegar in a separate test tube. Use a dropper to add 5 drops of the baking soda solution to the test tube containing vinegar. You'll observe bubbles being formed due to the evaluation of carbon dioxide gas. So, at last, we will observe bubbles being formed due to the evaluation of carbon dioxide gas. Okay, children? Yes. So, we can write the reaction as vinegar plus baking soda that gives carbon dioxide plus some water. See, vinegar, that is acetic acid. What's the formula? CH3COOH. Okay. Then baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is NaHCO3. Okay. Then it is evolving the gas carbon dioxide. So we can write CO2. Okay. Then plus water formula is H2O plus sodium acetate, that is CH3COONA. Okay. So we can write the equation as shown in the picture. Okay. Then we can test the gas that is released and find that it is carbon dioxide. Freshly prepared lime water turns milky when carbon dioxide gas is passed through it. This reaction is also chemical change and can be represented as carbon dioxide plus lime water gives calcium carbonate plus water. So we can write the equation as, what's the chemical formula for carbon dioxide? CO2, we all know, plus lime water, that is calcium hydroxide. Hydroxide means OH group. So CaOH twice gives calcium carbonate. So CaCO3 plus water, that is H2O. Okay. So the equation is like this: CO2 plus CaOH twice gives CaCO3 plus H2O. Have you all understood? Next we are going to learn about reaction between copper sulfate solution and iron nides. Reaction between copper sulfate solution and iron nides. Copper sulfate, what's the compound formula? CuSO4. This solution, which color it will be, do you know, children? That is blue. Okay, copper sulfate solution is blue in color and occurs a sea green color when iron nails are dropped into it, as shown in the picture. Okay. So, copper sulfate solution is blue in color and aqueous a sea green color when iron nails are dropped into it. The iron nails occur brown color, you all know. This is because iron sulfate is formed when copper sulfate reacts with iron. Iron sulfate solution is sea green in color. The brown color deposit on the iron nails is of copper. So this reaction we can represent as copper sulfate plus iron gives iron sulfate plus copper. So copper sulfate means CuSO4 plus iron Fe, that gives iron sulfate FeSO4 plus copper, that is Cu. So equation becomes copper sulfate plus iron gives iron sulfate plus copper, CuSO4 plus Fe gives FeSO4 plus Cu. So from CuSO4, the sulfate and copper, it splits up, and the sulfate it join with the iron and becomes iron sulfate FeSO4, and copper it is separated. Okay. So CuSO4 plus iron Fe gives FeSO4 plus Cu. Have you all understand? Next, physical changes. What are called physical changes? Physical changes are the changes in which no new substances are formed. No new substances are formed. For example, formation of ice from water kept in a freezer is a physical change because the ice, when kept it in open, changes back to water. Okay. In most of the physical changes, properties such as color, shape, size or physical form of the substance may change. Physical changes may or may not be reversible. Example of physical changes, we can say many things. Is it? So, can you say some example for physical changes? Just think and say a few examples of physical change. Already you have two types of changes, children: physical and chemical changes. Okay, physical means no new substance will form, chemical means new substance will form. Okay, so for example, if you burn a paper, you will get the new substance, that is like ash, is it? So that is a chemical change. You cannot get the same original paper again from the ash. So it is a chemical change. But physical change, it is a new, there the new substance will form. So for that we can say folding of paper, crystallization. Okay, so these all are examples of physical changes. See, crystallization means crystals or the purest solid form of a substance having a definite geometrical shape. The process by which an impure compound is converted into its crystals is known as crystallization. This process is used in obtaining common salt from seawater. Okay, if you take a common salt as an example, sample, the chemically common or a table salt is sodium chloride. Okay, sodium chloride means NaCl. You all know that's the compound formula, is it? Common salt is obtained by evaporating seawater. The salt thus obtained contains certain undesirable substances such as magnesium chloride, sand, etc. mixed with sodium chloride. These impurities are removed from common salt through the process of crystallization. In crystallization, maximum amount of common salt is dissolved in boiling water. The solution is then filtered to remove the insoluble impurities. The filtered solution is left undisturbed for a few hours. Sodium chloride will aggregate and form crystals with well-defined geometrical shapes. Okay, leaving behind the undesirable impurities in the solution. Have you all understand, children? So, crystallization, that is the maximum amount of common salt is dissolved in boiling water. The solution is then filtered to remove the insoluble impurities. Okay, the filtered solution is left undisturbed for a few hours. Sodium chloride will aggregate and form crystals with well-defined geometrical shapes, leaving behind the undesirable impurities in the solution. Okay, so today we have learned about, that is the chemical changes. We have learned browning of vegetable and fruit surfaces. Then reaction between vinegar and baking soda. Then reaction between copper sulfate solution and iron nails. This and all we have learned, that is under chemical changes. Then we have learned about physical changes. Then in that example we have seen about crystallization, what is called crystallization. Okay, so this much you have to learn. Those who have got book, you have to read that pages, page number 50, 57, 58, 59, 60 and 61. Okay, the books are available in school, so you can buy it. Okay, those who not get the book, so you should read these pages and try to understand this. Okay, if you not understand, try to repeat the videos. Okay, children, stay safe at home. Thank you children.